What up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make these bangin' vegetarian empanadas. These turned out super duper good, so if you are down to learn this amazing recipe, just keep on watching. Alright, so we are going to start with some veggies. I have some bella mushrooms here, as well as a onion, a yellow onion, and a red bell pepper. We are gonna just dice these up pretty smally, that's not even a word, pretty small like this right here. And if you have a food processor, definitely use it because it will save you so much time. So we're basically gonna cook these down in some butter. I'm using about 2 tablespoons. We're gonna let that melt down and then add them in. So to season the veggies, we are using this right here, Better Than Bouillon. This is my best friend. I love using it on my veggies. We're gonna use about a half a tablespoon. We're gonna mix that in and we're gonna let it cook down for about 7 to 8 minutes or until they are softened. So for our quote-unquote meat, we are using Morningstar Chorizo Crumbles as well as the Gardein Beefless Crumbles. After the veggies have cooked down, this is how they should look, nice and soft, and it smells delicious. Now we're gonna go ahead and add in our meats, our crumbles, whatever you want to call it. I'm using the full bag of chorizo and half the bag of the beefless crumbles. We're just gonna mix that in together and we're gonna let that sit for about 3 minutes before seasoning it. Alrighty, so for the seasoning, I'm using garlic powder, some black pepper, onion powder, taco seasoning. We're going to use some jalapeno powder as well. That's optional, but it does add a nice flavor to it. And then we're going to use a little smoked paprika, a pinch of salt, and some cumin, but just like 1.5 shakes. So for the seasoning, I did not do any measuring, as you can see. You basically want to just start with a little and taste as you go. So if you feel like it needs a little more salt, add a little more salt. If you feel like it needs a little more heat, add a little more heat. That's all to it. So then you're just gonna mix it up, and then we're gonna actually add about 1.5 tablespoons of butter, mix that in, and then we're gonna let it cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. Now it's pretty much ready. You want to give it a little taste, add a little more of something if you need to. I did end up adding some ancho chili powder for additional flavor. I mixed that in and then we're good to go. So for the dough, we are using the pre-made ones by Goya. You should be able to find it in your local grocery store in the freezer aisle. It comes 12 in a pack. I'm going to be using 2. Now to make it vegan, you can use the just egg, but the one that I had expired, although I just bought it from the store. So I'm going to be using egg yolks, 2 egg yolks for my wash. And what I'm doing here is I'm just patting some along the edges to help seal the empanadas. Honestly, you don't really have to do that. You can if you want to. And then we're going to use about this much of meat for each one. I would say it's about maybe 2 tablespoons, maybe 1.5. You don't want to put too much in there or else it's going to ooze out from the sides. And then you're just going to center your meat to make sure that it doesn't escape the empanada. And then after you do that, you're going to go ahead and fold it over and press in the sides and the top with your fingers. If some try to escape, just push it back in there. And then to make it more empanada-y, we are going to empanada-y. We're going to use a fork to press in the edges more. And here's how it looks. I'm going to do the rest off camera and come back with the egg wash. So for the egg wash, you're just basically gonna brush on the egg yolks to each empanada. I use 2 coats. 1 coat is fine, but to make it more crispy and golden, you want to use 2 coats. And then you're gonna take a knife to poke just a little small hole on top, and that's just gonna keep it from over puffing or, you know, puffing up too much in the oven. And you wanna have your oven preheated at 350, and then we're just gonna bake them for about 15 minutes or until golden brown. And then boom, here they are. Let them cool for about 10 minutes. And then you can dig in. These turned out super duper good, as I said. Like, you can give this to a meat eater and they wouldn't even know the difference. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Like it if you liked it, and if you like my vibe, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and happiness. Now we're gonna add the meats. You called Tyrone, you ain't got to lie, Craig. I have not got teary-eyed from cutting onions in like forever, but this onion, woo, they don't like me or something, because Jesus.